satsang is a more obvious connection, face-to-face connection, but it's the kind of connection that leads us to the inner connection. And really, the two are not separate. We discuss, or we think in terms of outer and inner, outer self and an inner self. Actually, just like the metaphor that we come back to again and again, the wave and the ocean, they're not two separate things. So let's just take a few moments, close our eyes. This word connected, it is not like two separate things connecting, like a trailer connecting to a car, or my hand connecting to another hand. Connection is the perception that two seemingly different things, me and you, me and others, them and us, me and the universe, me and God, me and the world, and all the many, many ways we divide into two. It is an appearance of two because our senses tell us so, and will continue to tell us. But meditation goes beyond sense. Or you could say, returns the attention of the mind before sense to the source or root of sense before the senses arise, which is why in meditation it's important to give some time to allow the senses to indraw. A lot of people will say, gardening is my meditation, or walking is my meditation, and these kind of activities, they're helpful in contemplation, and that's definitely valuable. But one also needs to sit and allow the senses to indraw, to really go deeper. Because the senses, which have the mind in their grip, which means draws the intellect to be describing always the dual world, the world of two. And if one only dwells there, then they will crave connection, because there is no sustenance in the dual. There's no permanent sustenance in the dual. There's temporary sustenance, and a sustenance that comes with greed, with anger, with attachment. Because once you have something, you want more of it, or you fear losing it. So the connection that is of two things, it is temporary because it comes with an innate frustration, ultimately, that it can be lost or that it isn't enough. And that is endless, pursuing more, more, more. Connection, which is to allow the senses to indraw and realize what power gives rise to anything to be known, to be sensed. This power needs to be explored. It can be explored, can be known in a very, very subtle way. In this knowing, knower, consciousness is not the connection of two things, it is the knowledge of oneness. just as the knowledge of the dual, of the two, of the differences between you and me and my world, even me and my mind, me and my body, all the ways we divide ourselves into many parts, into separate groups, in time, past, future, in value, less and more. Every way that we divide ourselves is inherently frustrating, inherently empty. And the vision of oneness, the knowledge of oneness, is inherently full. We don't have to make it full. Its nature is fullness. So the meditation is allowing the senses to indraw and rest and not pull you into the I am separate mentality, but allows you to rest in what was before we made sense, before we divided in that sense-making mechanism. And as we sit there, not responding to all that which is pulling us outward into senses and sense-making, there's all the knowledge you need, all the sustenance you need, all the love you need. So the meditation is, I am that. May not appear that you are. You may not be able to see that you are. You cannot hear that you are, or taste that you are. But you are that. Shifting the identification from I am separate to I am one. I am that. Amaramham. I am that presence. Madhuramham. I am that joy, that freedom, that sweetness and bliss. I am that. And everything in your mind will say, no, you are not. You are bodies separate from other bodies. You are minds separate from other minds. You are in time and space that you need to be somewhere at some time. I am that. Return the attention of the mind again and again. Hum, I am that. Amaram, hum, I am that. And just sit with it. Don't need to understand it. Just practice being with yourself. I am. Be with yourself. I am. Amaram, hum, madhuram, hum. I am presence. We think because of our body we exist, which means because of my body I am present. You will discover in the meditation, presence stands before body. Is the power that gives rise to the body to move, to enjoy. If we see a body without life, without this presence, it doesn't enjoy the senses. The tongue is there, but it is not enjoying taste. The ears are there, but it cannot hear. Eyes are there, but cannot see. So the body did not carry this presence. Presence carried the body. use this body to enjoy this amazing manifestation, this amazing play of differences, not so that we be in conflict with each other, not so we suffer, to see the beauty of this creation, knowing ourselves to be a part of it, not separate from it. So however we get connected, and in all ways that we get connected, that is satsang and meditation. Tuning in, tuning the mind in to realize its source is connection. Amram Madaram Ham. Sit some time in silence. Any time that the mind becomes disruptive to you, disturbing to you, or even distracting, just simply repeat Amaram Ham, Madaram Ham, and watch from where did this mantra come from. Amaram Ham didn't come from outside, it came from you. Didn't come from the lips, it comes from you. Didn't even come from your mind, it comes from you. Amaram Ham, Madaram Ham. What is that silence into which it dissolves? You. I am that. You are that. You. Ever present, ever free. Take some time. As we sit in meditation, the thoughts still come and go. Watch and let it be your own direct knowledge that the thoughts, regardless of what they speak, cannot divide you from yourself. Watch how the presence of your observing consciousness does not get disturbed or divided. It remains ever the same. You may get distracted into the thought, but you cannot divide presence, consciousness. You being conscious of your thought, aware of your thought. Awareness does not come and go, does not get cut into two. Thoughts are divided. They have a beginning and an end. So when you watch the thoughts, it's practicing the identification with that which does not get divided. That's the true connection. It's not connecting two things and then holding on tight in fear of it becoming divided. It has never been divided and can never be divided. The knowledge of this is connection. That's ultimate freedom. Then you're not holding on and you're not trying to make something happen. So never mind the thoughts coming and going. They are there to remind you of this knowledge, to tune you into this knowledge that I am that which cannot be divided, cannot be cut into two, cannot be separated from myself. So the practice is very simple. Let the thoughts come and go. Who lets them come and go? You. Presence, consciousness, pure perception.